Yeah, let me explain first and foremost. I know nothing about UFC other than what I've watched maybe over the past, how long would you say? 2 months, 3 months?
Since the beginning
Actually,
of the year,
yeah,
because you
that's right.
watched the first card you watched was Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title.
So I'll say this, that of what I've watched, this last one was definitely the best. And I think that Justin Gaethje is going to be, he's been my favorite.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
and unfortunate for you is like he literally might retire.
oh. Of
Yeah.
course.
He's towards the end. I mean, he's like 37 or 38 years old, something like that.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I
because
guess that would probably be a little bit on the older side.
me and Kennedy even talked about this beforehand. I was like,
He looks
if
younger than that, though.
he looks younger, he hasn't.
Yeah.
They were actually posting about that during fight week. They were like showing pictures from his debut fight versus this fight. He hasn't aged a day.
Wow.
Yeah. But he was even saying, and he acknowledged the fact that because he's already been in. This was his third time trying to win the title, and he's never won it before.
Okay.
He's like, if I lose this one, I'm never getting another title shot again, just because you lose a
Too
title
old.
fight and you got to go and probably win 2 more in order to get another title fight. But that's another year or 2.
Year and a half or so.
Yeah. But I mean, the way that he won, ideally, I'd say just retire, like leave on top. But nobody does that in the UFC.
Really.
No. Unfortunately, they all just they kind of get washed and they tarnish their records by the end of it, and they go on these huge losing streaks.
So let's get into this last. The only one I really want to talk about, this past one, was the last that
The main
last
event.
fight. Yeah. So who was it was Justin Gaethje, and who is he fighting?
Ilia Topuria.
Who was favored in that one? That Ilia Topuria was favored, correct?
Oh yeah, he was like a 6-1 favorite. He was like -600.
Oh, could you imagine making a nice little bet on that? Even putting like $10 on it for 60.
Yeah, because of it being on the White House and it being,
that pisses me off, because I was going to do that too. I thought about it. I'm like, I had I hit the bet for the home runs that night.
yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm going to put a couple bucks on the UFC, and I was going to wait till the main event, and then I just didn't. That would have been awesome.
We did that in the last one too. We bet on Sean Strickland over Hamzat Chimaev, and it's the same thing. It was just American that had no chance in hell versus an undefeated, gangster.
I'll say this, that I don't know if ever in my life I've seen an ass kicking like that before.
That was brutal.
That guy got fucking pummeled.
Yeah.
Bad.
You should see the picture of him. There's
I
a
can't
picture
even
of
imagine
him
what his face looked afterwards, like the day after.
There's a picture of him laying in the hospital. Dude, it looks like he got fucking.
He went into the hospital?
My God, he left from the octagon to the hospital. That they all do that.
I mean, it really doesn't surprise me.
Anytime you get knocked out, it is octagon, ambulance, hospital in fucking that order. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, so
hold on. What's up, App? Mama's in love with somebody, but she just got.
Do we want to see?
Divorced from Pap Pap. Yeah, hold on. Oh, she really misses Pap Pap.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
I thought Abby just said she was getting a divorce.
They divorced just like the other day, then apparently started missing Pap Pap. Oh my God, Pap Pap's in a suit?
Yeah. He's been in this suit since the last date. Oh!
So what's
Bro was so hell bent on getting her back, he didn't change his fucking clothes.
We're meeting somewhere. That's your house.
Why are they at my house?
Your house.
Oh, they're reconnecting out on the front lawn.
The fuck is?
Oh my gosh,
dude! Why do they talk like that?
I don't know.
You're the only one for me, Pap Pap.
It's like they deliberately make the video game look and sound like, oh no, sir! My God!
Oh my God! Oh, no hard feelings.
Pap Pap turned her down.
Pap Pap had 2 days of being single, and he was like, okay.
This is fucking nice.
All right, go back to your little corner. Thanks for the update. All right.
Well, Mammon, this was the 10 o'clock news. But yeah, you were just saying you've never seen an ass whooping like that.
Yeah.
No, I saw a picture of him whenever he was laying in the hospital. I don't know if it was that night or the next day. I mean, it looked like he just took a fucking baseball bat to the face 1,000 times. It was
Yeah, you're not
fucking
kidding.
rough, dude. He broke, I don't know, a couple parts in his face. Like he broke his orbital.
Really?
Yeah, you're not going to see him for a while, probably a year.
Yeah, that was a pretty big pummeling. That makes me understand why people get hooked on the UFC. That was exciting. It was fun.
Let alone the whole card, which that was the first card ever to have 100% finish rate, meaning like knockout or submission, which they were all knockouts. It went 7 for 7 on knockouts.
Okay.
Granted, there was a fewer amount of fights than there usually is. There's usually like 12 to 14. There was only 7 this time, but that's just the main event alone, let alone the whole card. That's what you show people when you want to get them fucking hooked.
So you said that the quality of the fights, for the most part, were really good. Like every one of them would have been should have been good fights, and they really kind of turned out to be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a couple of them. So like the first fight was Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia, and I didn't know much about Steve Garcia, but he was the American in the fight. But Diego Lopez is already like a proven young kid, and the crowd was actually chanting for Diego Lopez, the Brazilian, just because he's such a fan favorite. And I was expecting that one to be domination, but it was actually really fucking entertaining. And then Diego Lopez knocked him out in the second round. It was like half of them were really good close fights until the knockout, and then like 2 or 3 of them were just brutal beatdowns, like whenever fucking Pereira lost in the... Yeah, your shit's frozen. Bob's recording has stopped. Yep. Hello.
Yeah, so apparently my internet fucking crapped out for a minute.
Sucks.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, what I was saying is there was only like 2 or 3 of them where they were just total beatdowns where it wasn't even close. Like the Alex Pereira fight. I mean, the first round was like, he was kind of getting beat, but then he landed a couple really nice hard shots at the very end of the first round. And then obviously he got knocked the fuck out in the second round, which, I mean, we'll get more into that a different time. But like from a fan's perspective, everything was great. It was fucking awesome. Like between them walking out of the White House and whatnot. I'm not a big fan of... That was
interesting.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I've never even seen like pictures of the inside of the White House. So like getting to like watch him like walk out. And then Justin Gaethje was like reading the fucking Declaration of Independence before
that was cool.
He stepped out. That was pretty sick.
I like how they were each escorted by a military service member and a law enforcement officer or a firefighter or whomever it was.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that too.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Justin Gaethje's entrance. I loved the music about it. Like it was very, very drama filled. Like it had cool. Me like that. Like that entrance could have went on for 5 more minutes and I would have been intrigued by
totally fine with it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it seemed like they had to walk like a fucking quarter mile to get to the octagon.
Yeah, it does.
But like it wasn't fucking long enough. Like I could have heard that song 10 more times.
I loved watching them walk along. I guess it was the Hall of the Presidents.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I had no idea what that was.
I think it said Hall of Presidents, if I read the beginning of it correct, where they walk past.
Okay.
But it's just one president after another, after another, after another. All the way back to, in order, all the way back to the beginning. So, yeah. But I thought that was really cool. Yeah, it was just, it was very entertaining. That one specifically for me, I thought was really good.
The walkout or the fight?
Well, both. I mean, the walkout was amazing. I'm not big on real slow kind of walkout songs, but that song really fucking like had put a grip on you and pulled you in. And it was really, really entertaining.
Yeah. Like that's going to go down betting wise, and because like he was the American that nobody was saying had a chance in hell on the White House lawn, that's the biggest upset in, I mean, I don't know about, definitely probably not sports, but I mean it's going to go up there. But in UFC history, that's the biggest underdog upset ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Any chance of it being rigged?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I think boxing, yes, but not this shit.
Fair enough.
I just don't think. I mean, me personally.
So You heard something and I didn't hear anything about it, that there was some kind of a planned terrorist attack?
Yeah, so I have it pulled up here. The FBI disrupted, and I don't know when this happened. It was on Sunday. Okay. The FBI disrupted an alleged terror plot to attack the UFC Freedom 250 event held at the White House on Sunday, June 14th, 2026. 5 individuals were arrested across multiple states for alleged planning a coordinated assault using explosive-laden drones and snipers. Good
Wow.
fucking luck. Like,
I can't even imagine the amount of Secret Service that were hidden in trees
oh my God.
on
For
top of
miles.
buildings. Oh yeah, I'd say probably within a 3-mile radius. I'd say from
At least, yeah. For sure. I mean, there was 80,000 people across the street in whatever park that was watching the fights.
uh-huh.
I mean, you have to have
That looked like a good time too.
it did look like a good time. And you know what? It was so open that no matter even the amount of people that were there, it didn't look so crowded.
Shoulder to shoulder.
No.
Like everybody looked like they had a little bit of space. And that's why I won't go to shit like that. You know,
Yeah,
we talked about having the NFL draft here and stuff. I have no interest in going and standing like this, right?
Yeah,
for
right.
like 4, 5, 6 hours. No thanks.
Fuck that. No.
So that's
no,
interesting.
but for them, I mean, it looked like a really good time.
Yeah, it did look like a good time.
I liked how they did the thing where like there was 4,500 seats actually around the octagon, but they gave most of them out to like military members and whatnot.
Good, and that's the way it should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice tribute. It was a nice event from what I could see. I had to work late, so I didn't see the whole thing, but from what I could see after I got home, it was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, they had that shit planned out a year in advance, so they knew that there was going to be lawsuits. They were expecting terror, like death threats, shit like that. Like, there's
yeah, we
I
talked
don't know
about
what
that
you could have
last time.
ever done from that point of view to be successful in like actually bombing the fucking place.
Yeah, you would have to have imagined the amount of security
was just
that
unreal.
was going to be there. Yeah. So, they didn't go into any more detail about what the attack was specifically or how they were going to do it.
I mean, not to my knowledge.
Dude, that's a
other
fucking
than
nice
using
little phone holder you got there.
I know, I love this thing. Well, I'd like to be able to like
awesome.
have like a second like laptop right here or whatever, just to be able to like look shit and like read articles and whatnot. But I'm like, oh, I have this fucking like phone thing right here. I'm like, I'll just fucking use it.
I have in mine sitting, it's leaning against a vase, so I can just glance over at the notes.
So all it says is 5 people have been arrested across the country and charged with conspiracy to commit murder, amongst other counts. Investigators recovered firearms, ammunition, and encrypted text messages of 19 people suspected to have taken part, who shared maps and photos of the area, and who talked about the need for escape routes after the attack, according to court documents. The investigation is ongoing.
Were they arrested on Sunday?
Yes. Yeah, they were arrested on Sunday.
Interesting.
So
that's good. Good for the FBI, man. Like, I'm glad they exist.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, they knew that they had to be expecting this kind of shit. So, I mean, they were fucking looking for it like hawks, probably. I mean, from a security point of view, I was a little nervous about it because it's kind of a disaster, but
yeah. Well, seems like it went off without a hitch, though, for the most part. So, I have a thing here, and I don't know if you heard anything about it, that there was, and I guess this happened within the last week, that a drunk driver in Florida was pulled over by, I don't know where in Florida, somewhere in Florida, by an officer, and the officer was conducting an investigation based on, him believing he was intoxicated. So the guy decides to flees on foot, and he jumps off of a bridge, and I'm going to give you 3 guesses as to what happens whenever he jumps off the bridge. What do you think he jumps into in Florida off of a bridge?
Do you know where? Well, so you said you don't know where in Florida. So I'm like, well, are we like in the ocean or the fucking Everglades?
Inland. You're closer to the Everglades. So go ahead and continue and take a guess as to what you think happens next.
Huge snake or a fucking alligator.
So the motherfucker jumps off the bridge, jumps into a swamp, and is immediately, and there's video of it, I saw it, it's fucking wild, is attacked by an alligator. And it goes on and on and on. I didn't see what happened, how, I didn't see or hear how it ended. I probably should look it
Yeah.
up if I'm going to tell the story, but um, people are dumb. People are really, really dumb. I see shit like that, and I'm like, it just makes you feel better as a person, kind of. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
even if you flee, you're not jumping into fucking alligator infested waters.
yeah, right. It's
Especially like
crazy.
that, like the inland of Florida. I mean, those things, they're
They're
just
all
fucking
over
sitting
the
there waiting
place.
for
They're
fucking
all over the
retards to jump
place.
into the water to eat them.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
find them
God.
all over the place in pools and this and that, and you're gonna jump into a swamp?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I'd take a
Whatever.
DUI 25,000 times over before I
Oh
jumped into
my
a
God,
swamp.
yeah. You're not going to be alive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're lucky, you're just going to fucking like lose an arm or something, but you get mauled by an alligator.
That would be a real shitty way to go. If you think about it, how, what the possibilities are for you in this world to pass on, unfortunately, I don't know if being mauled by an alligator would be close to the top of my list.
Probably not.
No, no. That'd probably be a pretty shitty way to go.
Would you rather be mauled by an alligator or like a bear?
A bear. I think
Really?
there's less suffering with a bear. So with an alligator, they're gonna
Oh
fucking grab onto
no.
a leg and they're gonna start doing that fucking death roll thing.
Yeah.
And I think because I think essentially in that aspect you drown.
Yeah, I guess if you're underwater, then yeah.
Right.
You're just thinking
Supposedly
of
whenever
on
they
land, I
grab onto
guess.
something, once they get you, they just start rolling and rolling and
They do
rolling
that
and
death
rolling.
roll.
Yeah, you got to go with it. So, and I think like a nice grizzly bear attack would probably be swift, clean, and probably be over in probably a couple seconds.
Dude, I don't think so, because they're so like they're meticulous whenever they eat. Like they just hold you down, they just nibble at you and they nibble at you.
Oh,
Unless like they know that you're like, because there's like a
I see.
handful of these things
I would
that
say
are like,
they're gonna make sure that you're dead before they start to try and fucking like start gnawing
why
on
they
you.
don't give a
I would
shit. They
think.
don't feel fucking frightened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
So they're just gonna
guess.
hold you down. They're just gonna bite by bite, just tear you
Oh my
apart.
God. What was the thing that we always said about the bear? If an athlete could do, maybe beat a bear in a sprint or something like that across a football field. How did those things go? Do you remember when we would talk
No.
about that?
Uh-uh.
Like if you had a bear on a football field and you had all of a sudden, I don't know why, the only person that comes to mind is Willie McGee.
Willie McGee versus Grizzly Bear, 40-yard dash.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever. I think I would have to pick a grizzly bear. What would you pick?
If I'm trying to survive, I mean, I'm trying to survive, so I'm taking my chances on land. So yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with the bear and try and survive somehow.
Yeah.
I'm just going based on like natural habitat. So I'm saying the alligators, like in the water.
Right.
And
Right.
I hadn't even thought about the fact of you're probably gonna, like you said, you're gonna drown before it even kills you, probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
So,
But that would still
yeah.
suck. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw this thing and I was fucking hilarious. And I'm not sure if it's real or not. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't really find anything about it. But supposedly there was a museum somewhere that had a bunch of paintings, and some motherfucker went into this place and just decided on his own to pose as a tour guide. And he would give tours of groups of people around this place that he knew nothing about. And he would give a bullshit story for every painting that they came across. And the caption in the meme was like, bro, I would 100% support this and take this dude's tour. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, that would be the funniest fucking thing ever.
You imagine if they had like a Dick's Last Resorts for museums.
My God.
It's just total bullshit. But like the art and everything in there is real, but you go in there knowing you're not going to learn a fucking thing about the actual art. And it's just
like,
some guy showing you a
the
picture of the
guy's
Mona
going,
Lisa.
this is the Mona Lisa who was painted by Willie
Willie
McGee, in 1977 while he was high on LSD. And those are the kind of stories he's telling, and you're like, wait a minute, what? That
Willie
would be
McGee's
funny.
on tour and he doesn't realize it.
So, just so everybody knows, Kyle and I play baseball on MLB The Show. He's got an Xbox. I got a PlayStation. We always use Willie McGee because he's just the best player in my opinion on the game. But we suck.
You're
Really,
better
really
hitting
bad.
bombs with Willie McGee. I've hit like a couple inside the Parkers with him at like polo grounds, but I've never hit like an actual home run with him.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
you've done
knocked
it a
a couple out
handful of
with him.
times.
Yeah. He, dude, we had a nice game this morning. That comeback in the fucking ninth inning, we almost pulled that shit off. And it was all because of Willie McGee got thrown out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we hit, what was it? We were down 5-0. It was a perfect game until the fucking ninth, or it was a perfect game until the eighth inning.
Yes.
I drew a walk, and then it was a no hitter in the top of the ninth.
Yep. Things were not going our way until then.
No.
And then we mounted this gigantic comeback. And Willie
with
McGee
3
was
home runs in a row.
Yeah, Willie was on first during one of the at-bats. They threw over, tried to pick him off. He got back. Well, I stole on the next pitch, and they pitched out and threw him out. And then a pitch later, I guess it would have been Soto or
I hit
Ellie hit a bomb, and it would have been a 2-run homer instead of just a solo homer.
Yeah.
Which means at the end of it, it would have been a tie game, and from there, God only knows what happens. But that was one of the more fun. I don't know. What is the fucking proper English for that?
More fun.
Okay.
It's what are we more
that
fun?
was one of the more fun games that we played. That was awesome.
We always tend to do that shit. Like, we just get butt fucked up until the very end. We just have to scare them a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we leave.
Yep.
But it pisses me off because I don't get shit from that whenever we do it.
I know.
I think we've only like mercy rolled somebody like once, maybe twice. And they give you the world for doing that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing earlier and I made like 2 or 3 people quit in a row.
Oh,
and
really?
Then, yeah. I'm really doing nothing. One of them, the guy actually shouldn't have quit. I was losing. He, I don't know, must have had to get off or something or lost connection. But then I played one game, and it was a good game. I was winning. It was 6-3 or 7-3. I don't remember. I was winning. And bottom of the ninth, he just goes and like ups and quits. I was like, "Oh, you fucking pussy! Just finish the game."
Bottom of the ninth, yeah.
Yeah, bottom of the ninth.
That's dumb. That's lame.
So, yeah,
whatever.
I don't fucking know. Whatever.
You had a note on here asking about if more people are, and I guess this is kind of an overall topic, not even necessarily a current events thing. More people are gambling now more than ever.
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier.
Okay.
We were talking about like Gaethje being like a huge underdog and whatnot. And I guess I hadn't even realized it until recently. But you can't turn on the TV without seeing a DraftKings commercial or a FanDuel commercial or
Bet365.
It doesn't even have to be sports. It's everywhere.
Yeah. If you go around just PA, start walking into some of these more localized gas stations. Dude, there's one in Turtle Creek. It looks like it's a straight up casino in the back of it. They got lines of slot machines one after another. It looks like a cool place to hang out, quite frankly. Like, I go in to get a soda because it's just a convenience store, but you walk in and there's like neon lights in the back and there's fucking lines of, wild buffalo and I'm just like,
buffalo.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, I get it because like I'm one of them and I like gambling. I made it a point this year to really kind of like chill out a bit.
Right.
But I've heard studies that like people my age, it's just fucking ruining them like financially because they're just everyone's getting addicted to gambling right now because mainly sports.
Well, this is kind of a great topic because this is going to be a perfect lead in for the next thing that I want to talk about. But yes, you're absolutely right. And I think it's everywhere. It's funny because you're the one that introduced me to it whenever you turned 21.
The online thing, yeah.
Yeah, in the app. And I was never, I don't know how long ago PA legalized online gambling, but
I mean,
it
they were
makes it.
one of the first to do it.
Were they?
Yeah.
I remember because it was right around the time that we went to the ACC championship game. I think that was the first year we started doing it. I think because I remember we wanted to bet on the game and we went out of state. Remember we couldn't because the thing
Oh,
detected that
I
we were
do
out of
remember
state.
that. Because I remember trying to figure out on the drive home how to bet on like
It was an
there was like
NFL Sunday, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
And we
Yeah.
couldn't do it until we were in like Virginia or something like that.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I just pulled up this thing. Well, first of all, I know Vegas was always one of the ones that where they were like they didn't allow any online gambling. Like they were one of the last states to start kind of getting into that.
well,
Probably,
yeah,
I mean,
because
they want all their
that's
money in the casinos.
right. That would take money out of the casinos.
But the new thing that DraftKings is kind of doing, their like big advertisement is that they're now legal in all 50 states.
Are they?
Yeah.
So
So
online gambling is legal now in all in every U.S. state.
So I'm looking at this thing. It says sports gambling is legal and heavily operated in 39 states and Washington, D.C., representing a massive cultural and regulatory shift.
So
Driven
how
by
does
mobile apps and widespread partnerships with major sports leagues, over half of men age 18 to 49 have active sports betting accounts. Half. Which 18, I don't even know what states you're allowed to gamble at 18.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. I bet you within the next 3 years that jumps 25%, 20%.
Probably. It's gonna get so out of hand.
Yeah, it's
Like
so
I wonder if some
accessible
of the
anywhere you
states are
go.
gonna start like I wonder if they can turn back somehow. Like if some of these
They
states are like, all right, we have a
go back
serious
to
issue going on here.
outlawing it
Yeah.
could, but I think they'd probably look to try and just make more regulations on it somehow.
Like it'd be easy to do
Make
on the
gambling
phones.
limits.
Yeah, like you have to
on
set
apps.
some kind of a limit somehow.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if it could like somehow like go based on your income, and it's like you can only wager like a percentage of your income or per paycheck or something like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard for them to do too. Like they have your
No.
social security number and everything like that. So they get IRS information, whatnot. Sports gambling and gambling even in general. Well, especially sports gambling will be a hot topic for hundreds of years based on how things have gone in sports since um the early 1900s with the Chicago I think it was Black Sox or something like
Black
that.
Sox.
There was and I think that was, I don't know what year it was, maybe 1919, some kind of a scandal. And I actually watched a show that highlighted that. I think it was the show on HBO. What the hell was it called? Boardwalk Empire was
I've never heard of it.
was done. Oh, it's really, really good. It's done around that time, and it's all about prohibition and moving alcohol and shit like that. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And then with Pete Rose betting and him being basically like blacklisted from baseball forever.
Yeah, like that's his thing on why he's not in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, they could probably lift that. Actually, I think they might have. They might have lifted it after he died.
Sure, I knew that he was dead.
I'm pretty sure. Hey Siri, is Pete Rose dead? Hey Siri, the fuck? Is Pete Rose dead? There you go.
So just like 2 years ago. Well,
but yes,
as we're talking about,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as we're talking about degenerates, I have a parlay right now for some home runs.
Oh shit, I have one too. Hold on.
It doesn't look very good though at this point. It's like I had Kyle Schwarber, Jordan Walker, and Dylan Dingler. And
God.
Schwarber has it, but Walker's in the 7th and he doesn't have one, and Dingler's in the 6th and he doesn't have one.
No, I didn't win nothing. I don't know. It's because I'm not logged in.
I was trying to figure out like who's like team leader in home runs hasn't hit one, because there's like a new feature on FanDuel now where it like shows you how many home runs they have in the last 5 games.
Okay.
And so I
have seen that.
I was just trying to pick like, all right, whose team home run leader like hasn't hit one or hasn't hit more than one in the last 5 games or whatnot. In Schwarber, it was like either 0 or he's only hit 1. So I was like, oh, he's due for like a big hit.
He's due.
So he
Schwarber's
ended up
always
getting one.
how many does he have now? I've been wondering
Probably
that the last couple of days.
that
He
has to
had,
be
like
probably 25, maybe.
well, he's gotta have more than that. Dude, he
Oh, I
was
was
at
actually
20
right. It is 25
wow, he really slowed down because he was at around 19 or 20 weeks ago.
against the Pirates because he
The
hit like
Pirates.
it seemed like he
Yeah.
fucking wouldn't stop hitting them.
Yeah. Seemed like he hit one every game. So
I
I have a
know.
parlay with, I have the Yankees to win, the Blue Jays to win. I have Atlanta -1.5. So it looks like, the Blue Jays have the wow, Blue Jays won, 6-1 over the Red Sox. The Yankees are currently winning 12-3, and that's, I can't see what inning because I don't have my glasses, but it looks like there's, pretty close to the end of the game, and I don't know what Atlanta's doing. There's no
I told you about the one that I cashed out the other day for the World Cup, right?
yeah, that was
So
pretty good. You said it was like 130, but you cashed out for 90?
yeah, so it was a 5-leg parlay. I put $10 on it. It was Germany to have 11 or more shots on target. The Netherlands versus Japan, both teams to score was a yes. I had Ivory Coast to have 10 or more shots, Sweden to have 4 or more shots on target. And then the last leg that I had, those all hit, was for yesterday, June 15th, Spade versus Cape Verde had to go over 2.5 goals. But I was like, fuck it. I haven't hit anything in a while. So I cashed it out for $90. And it worked out because they didn't fucking score any goals in that game.
People now understand exactly why you said you decided to take a break from gambling.
Because I'm doing 5-leg soccer parlays. And I
You
don't
know
fucking know
nothing
a thing about it. I don't know shit about it. And you know what's funny about that is I was looking this morning and I'm like, I had already put in like $10, or I put in like 10 or $20 to like place a couple bets today. One of them was that home run, which I only put $5 on like the home run parlay. And so I was
Yeah.
left with 5 and I was like, oh, fuck it. I was like, I wonder what the odds are for some of these World Cup teams to go out and win. And I was like, for some reason, I was like, I just like the sound of Germany winning the World Cup this year. And then I remembered that they fucking like dominated that game that I bet on from Sunday. So I have a $5 bet for Germany to win the
whole thing.
The whole thing. It pays like $90.
Whatever. Nice.
So yeah, I'm in the game.
And now our conversation, and kind of going back to the original topic of is sports betting. How did we have this in here? More people are, and more people than ever are gambling specifically, but like you can see by our conversation that the answer to that is a definitive yes.
Well, I feel like it used to be like, I mean, you could attest for this because I wouldn't really know. I feel like it was right around the time that I turned 21 that sports gambling started blowing up. Like, I feel like it's kind of like my era of like the age group that's just the super fucking degenerates. So I feel like now it's like people start with sports gambling and then they're getting into the casino games where
Probably.
I feel like before it was probably the opposite.
Yes, correct. You know, I don't mind going and playing blackjack for a couple bucks here and there. And I've done it since I was 18, you know, whenever I would go up and visit my family up in New York. The Turning Stone Casino, shout out to the Turning Stone. If you want to like pitch in a couple bucks and like, you know, we can put your little fucking logo up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Same with Mike's Hard Lemonade, man. I was going to reach out to that and say, Mike's, come on, man. We can do a nice little thing and go. It's all, well, I don't even know what the hell I was going to say. Oh, some kind of a cool slogan for him, whatever. But yeah, anybody want to pitch us in and throw us a couple bucks? We can give some nice little fucking advertisements across the screen. I don't know. Can we do that?
Probably if they fucking paid us.
No, I mean, can it physically be done on this program?
I'm sure somehow, yeah.
Really?
I'd have to have Kennedy play around with it for a while, but I think so. Or we could always like, and I was actually thinking of this for like if we ever got to the point where we had like local sponsors or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You would just like insert like a little clip somewhere like right in the middle where it just cuts off to one of us doing like a little promo for like a
fucking Christ.
I don't know, some like fucking mom and pop tire shop or some shit.
My fucking internet was crapping out again. So
I saw that you just lagged for a second, but you seem like you're back.
Yeah, it seems like I'm good now. So yeah, the gambling thing, it definitely started more of it in the casino, and it would probably be around the time whenever they started making things, sports gambling legal in more and more states, and it became popular over mobile apps and smartphones. Mobile apps and smartphones will be the explosion of anything almost, because there's virtually nothing you can't do on your phone these days.
Yeah.
So
I mean, all but wipe your ass, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Like, everything you
Right.
fucking need is right there, whether you need to, get a hold of somebody or look something up or get directions or order food or anything.
Do your shopping. Walmart
Fuck,
Plus.
yeah.
Walmart Plus. You
Shout out Walmart Plus.
Yeah,
that's a sponsor I fucking want, is Walmart Plus.
Walmart Plus, baby. You can throw us a couple bucks here too. We put your little fucking W right down here in the corner with the plus next to it. Yep.
We just used that again today because we're both feeling like shit and we didn't feel like going out. And she's been complaining how it's like dry in the bedroom and she always wakes up feeling like shit, just like stuffed up and whatnot. So she ordered a fucking humidifier. Yeah.
I thought about ordering, because I'm going to need a new fucking microwave, I think. Abby called me yesterday. She goes, is it supposed to be making this sound? Well, considering that's all I think very low dose radiation and shit like that, we should probably consider maybe getting rid of it.
If I'm not well, before you do that, I mean, I'll fucking ask Kennedy. We will probably end up getting rid of ours.
Why?
Just because the place is already kind of small, but the microwave's fucking huge.
See, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, now that I'm actually, for some reason, I was thinking of Michelle's kitchen.
So it's
about the size of the microwave that she has hanging up there.
See, yeah, oh my God. That's way too big.
It's fucking giant, dude.
So I had this fucking Cuisinart toaster oven. It was really sweet. And it was gigantic, though, and it sat in the trunk of my car forever just because I didn't have any fucking room for it in here.
Yeah.
So I fucking traded Michelle straight up that thing for a 2-slice toaster oven, and I was thankful for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michelle.
Shout out Michelle. Dude, I was on FaceTime with Abby earlier, and she grabbed a cookie. I was like, oh my God, where'd you get that thing? It looks so fucking awesome.
They were so good.
And she was like, Michelle made them. And I texted Michelle. I was like, holy shit, I need to fucking come over. Those cookies looked awesome.
Yeah.
I was fucking salivating through the phone.
Oh my God. They were so good. They were baked perfectly and chewy in the middle, but they
looked
thick.
like it. They were like a dark brown on the edges, but they were nice colored around the middle. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely good. So,
but a second ago, you were saying something about the smartphones and how there's really nothing that you can't do
yeah, right.
without them. And that was something that eventually I wanted to get into, was the whole social media topic. And are people just getting too, not that everyone doesn't have a voice, but it just seems like you have fucking way more keyboard warriors, and then you see them in person, it's you could be someone totally different on social media than what you are in real life, because you just have the confidence of knowing that you're not actually going to go in person and do shit to anybody.
Yeah, I think that potentially
I fucking DM'd Myles Garrett one time calling him a fucking bitch because
you ain't gonna see him anytime.
Exactly. Dude, it was right after he won his first Defensive Player of the Year. I was like, you fucking motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I was like, TJ deserved it. You didn't deserve that shit. Knowing very well
that was true, though.
Bash me over the fucking head with a helmet.
Yeah. I think that really technology and social media will kind of be the downfall of almost everything. But I think that's really kind of whenever that stuff really came into prominence is where you start seeing a major change in society and how people see themselves and that kind of thing, regardless of what anybody's opinion on it. I'm just saying that I think that is definitely relatable back to the technology and how accessible in life everything is just right through the couple taps of your thumbs.
I feel like you see that a lot in kids nowadays, where you go outside and nobody's riding bikes or flying kites and shit like that anymore. Where I feel like one of the last to have that. I didn't get a cell phone until, I was a little late compared to other kids that I went to school with and whatnot, but I hadn't gotten a cell phone with service until I was like 15.
Yeah. I think there was your mom had one that gave you I wonder if it was just like a flip phone or something like that, just
Yeah,
to
it
be
was
able to
just
get a
like a
hold of
flip
you.
phone. Like it wasn't a
Yeah.
smartphone. I mean, I could like text and make calls on it, but it wasn't a smartphone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the smartphones and tablets, and now you look at how the technology has changed in streaming services. How you've gone from basic cable providers. I can only imagine how cable providers like Armstrong and Xfinity, how Netflix and Paramount and Peacock and HBO Max hurts their bottom line. So technology really is crazy. It's changed so much, just within the past 10 years, 15 years um, and it really has um, uh, it has an influence on how people act daily. And unfortunately, I think sometimes, well, I wish there would be more restrictions on some of it. But I can also agree with like freedom of speech and stuff like that too. So that's a hard thing to really kind of get through. But I think, as a parent, it's really up to parents to monitor and take care of that shit because I know there are some, kids that will abuse that kind of shit.
I was going to say, which not a lot of the parents nowadays are doing.
No, probably not.
Not enough of them, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right there.
I mean, up until a certain age, you have to have some kind of a restriction that sends you some kind of a message or a signal. Like if your kid is listening to anything that's like too vulgar, gang related, or just any of that kind of shit.
Huh. However, I was listening to fucking NWA whenever I was like in 7th grade. Like, I wish I could put some fucking music on so everybody could hear it. Pisses me off. God damn it.
We'll
Whatever.
fucking get yelled at and we'll have to
Yeah, I want to listen to
edit
Apache,
it out if we do
dude.
that. I think you can sing it.
Bum, 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 bum,
I don't think
bum.
you get
Oh, really?
I don't think you get. Yeah, I don't think you get in trouble for singing it.
Well, I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing fucking Apache by the Sugar Hill. But I could go
I'm
for
Big
listening to it.
Bang. I am the chief.
Go ahead.
That's the only part I know.
Okay. So why don't we do some sports stuff here? The one note, the first thing I noticed is the return of Aaron Donald. Has there been an update with that?
The last the last I heard about it, which this was kind of an unnecessary, I won't say announcement, but headline or whatever, was Adam Schefter coming out and saying that there's more than a 50% chance that he does come back. Like it's more likely that he ends up playing again than not.
Interesting. How does that change your view of the Rams?
If they weren't an automatic Super Bowl contender, I mean,
they definitely are now.
They fucking for sure are. I mean, he's only, which is still getting old, but he's only 35.
Yeah, right. How long has he been out of the league? Like 3 years? 2 years?
So he retired after they won the Super Bowl. So 23, I want to say. I think they won that Super Bowl in February of 23. Maybe it was February of 22.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember anymore. But, I mean, with having Myles Garrett now and not having that, whoever the hell they traded away, I mean, Myles Garrett, he's going to be getting double teamed on every down, which, I mean, for him really doesn't make that much of a difference. But you pair him up with Aaron Donald, I mean, oh my God.
That's going to make their defensive line scary.
It's going to be just it's going to be stellar. And the thing is with Aaron Donald is he wouldn't come back if he didn't know for a fact that he couldn't play.
Yeah, I think that's the thing you hit on right there. Like, if people wonder whether he still got it or not, I think that he's that type of person that he knows whether he has it or not, and if he didn't, he wouldn't.
No, right. Like, he's not going to come back just so that there's an Aaron Donald jersey on the sidelines. Like, he's going to come back to make a fucking difference.
Yeah, he wants to come back and wreak havoc. And he knows, especially now, that opportunity is going to be better than ever. Maybe.
So I even seen, and this kind of ties into like the whole gambling thing. I just seen this yesterday. He has the fourth best odds right now of winning comeback player of the year.
Really?
Yeah, and he's
That'd
not
be
even
interesting.
he's not
In the
even in the
league, yeah.
league.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I like we said, he wouldn't come back unless he just knew for a fact that he was going to make some kind of a difference, because he's obviously stayed in just as good, maybe better shape than he was
Mhm.
when he was there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, when it comes to the Steelers, they don't have any kind of a threat as big as
Oh, not those 2.
no, right. And I mean, the fact that Joey Porter Jr. wants, like, supposedly he's waiting for who's the Christian Gonzalez to get a contract first.
Was that what it is?
Supposedly, is what I understand, is he's going to wait for Christian Gonzalez to get paid, and then he's going to want he's not wanting Christian Gonzalez money, but I think I heard J.C. Horn makes like $24 million a year, and I
I
think they're
heard that it
saying,
was something around there.
I think I heard Christian Gonzalez is going to want like 30, so they're thinking that Porter is going to want like the somewhere right in the
Around
middle there, like
25.
yeah, around like 25 or 26,
Yeah.
which
They'll pay it.
I
I mean, they
mean, I
gotta
don't know.
pay it. And, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they really don't have anything
another
else. And I mean,
choice.
he's
He's
good,
been
but
good.
the thing is with him, it's like, it's kind of the same thing that we said with Minka Fitzpatrick for so many years. It's like, we understand that side of the ball is like stopping plays, but you stop so many plays that you don't have the stats to really, it's not like he's loading up interceptions, you know what I mean? He's just not
Yeah.
allowing a ton of yards or touchdowns.
Well, he hasn't allowed any touchdowns in forever.
Yeah.
That's probably the best stat that he should be paid for. So, I mean, if that's the case, then
I
yeah, he
know
probably deserves every dollar of it. No, let me rephrase that, because no athlete ever deserves every dollar of what they make. That's bullshit.
no. And I mean, I know we said that just in the last podcast. We were talking about the Pirates, and I said they can't afford it. And you were like, well, no, they can, but they won't fucking afford it.
Right.
But yeah, athletes, I mean, they just make an outstanding amount of money. Like fucking Patrick Mahomes' contract getting restructured for an extra 2 years. So now his whole contract's over $500 million.
It's nuts.
That's stupid. Just to play fucking football. I mean, like, they're like putting their lives on the line, really, but
Yeah, because it's a physically demanding sport. And
but
that's,
because of how many rules they have against quarterbacks, that should drive the price of quarterbacks down, because you're not putting your life on the line like a fucking linebacker is or a running back is.
yeah. You know, it's funny because the market on running backs has gone down over the past couple of years, minus maybe 2 or 3 running backs in the league. You
Yeah.
know, your Saquon Barkley's, that kind of thing, where they're up around 20, 18, 19, 17 million.
Mhm.
You know, other than that, you're not paying running backs very much money, where years ago, you know, the Steelers offered Le'Veon Bell somewhere around 15 or something like that, or 14. He said no. And then somehow ended up going to the Jets for less money. Make that one make sense, but whatever.
That was probably the worst move that he could have made. He's been on excuse me. He's been on Twitter now. I seen just the other day, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And he was like, "Oh, hey Mike, my phone's on." And he just fucking put like
Really?
black and gold hearts or whatever. And I was like, "Oh yeah, bet you it is. Go to fucking New York, buddy."
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad the topic the Steelers came up, because I want to ask you about this. So it was announced last night. You know, this kid, this Brendan Sorsby, that plays for Texas Tech, formerly played for Cincinnati and Indiana. Have you heard the story at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is the kid. You've heard the story. You just don't know his name. This
Probably.
is the kid that got busted making 9,000 bets over the last 4 years.
Oh, okay. So
9,000 bets.
I heard something about it. I'd never read into it at all.
So he got busted making 9,000 bets for about $90,000, if I remember that number correctly, over the past 4 years. The NCAA, after he got busted, then ruled that he was ineligible because of this for, I guess, to play another season, which everybody was on board with because of how bad this looks for that kid. Like, that's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a fucking idiot. And supposedly, whenever he played for Indiana, he bet on Indiana football games. I think it was he bet for them to win, but regardless, at that time, he didn't play anyway, so it's not like he
Right.
could have thrown the game or anything. So this kid supposedly makes these bets, gets busted. Texas Tech then files some kind of an injunction to say, no, we want him to play for us. And everybody's been up in arms because, like, well, really, he doesn't deserve it because of the fact that, basically what he's done.
Yeah.
So this kid comes to the realization, apparently, of what his collegiate career is going to look like. And he decides to enter the NFL supplemental draft, which there is no date for, from what I understand. It's supposed to be held sometime next month. And I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I guess teams put bids in on players, and their bids are generally draft picks, or I think have to be draft picks, so they can bid, a first, second, third, fourth, whatever, to get this player, and the draft pick would come out of next year's draft. Now, this kid is supposed to be a first round quality draft pick, meaning he's got all kind of, he's got maybe not as strong of an arm, I heard, is Drew Aller, but it's not that much shorter. The accuracy's good. He runs like a 4.5. Do the Steelers, and I heard one of the guys on the Fan today had a guest on, I forget what the guy's name was. He said, for sure, hands down, if the Steelers took a chance and gave up one of their picks next year for this kid, that he would definitively be the best quarterback prospect in that room. Like, hands down above Aller and Howard. Would you make a deal knowing the situation he's going through and what the potential is for him relapsing? Would you give up something for that?
What do you have to give up? I don't know how these you're not giving up like a second or third round pick.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give up as high as you want.
Well, what are they saying they would give up?
Well, I heard people talking today say a third, a fourth, or maybe a third. Joe Starkey was a third.
It's hard to say because I don't know much about them. I wouldn't be comfortable with a third, but if they want to do it, go ahead. But I'd waste a fourth round pick to try and see what's up.
I'd definitely do a third.
The drama that comes along with them, though, I mean, he just sounds like a fucking Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, kind of, right? Between AB and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, so you're gambling a third round pick for what you may believe could turn into a future NFL quarterback, first round quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a go. I would even, if they worked him out and they were really, really, really positive about it, I would do a second.
So let's see, how old
I
is
don't
he?
know how it works.
He's 22 years old. Like I said, I don't know shit about him. I feel like you just have too many. I mean, you have a third round draft pick that you just took this year in Drew Aller. And you just took Will Howard.
Enough. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't have one, then you don't have enough. And they don't have one. So you get one and you get one and you get one and you keep getting a quarterback
until you finally have one. And that just goes back to the problem that I have with the Aaron Rodgers signing is you drafted Will Howard, who realistically, he's only a 6th round pick. There's a good chance he never sees the field in NFL career ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he still won a national championship, which that means something to me.
And they hype him up.
Right. The way that John Gruden talks about him specifically fucking interests me. Like, that dude knows and studies quarterbacks like
and so
nobody's
does
business.
Mike McCarthy.
And
they when you hear Mike
this kid.
Yeah, I know. I got you, but I'm still in the fact of until they're proven, get another fucking quarterback. So if you got to spend a third round pick and go bring this kid in, do it. Give him a fucking shot. It's worth the gamble of the third round pick.
Even if he never pans out, he's a total. I still look at it though as if like third round picks are like, you can still get a really good
Good player.
player in the
I
third
know.
round. Versus like once we get into the third day draft picks, that's whenever I'm taking my chances.
Right.
So like if I could gamble a fourth round pick to go and get him, well, I really don't think it's any risk.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Fourth round. Absolutely. And I'm almost kind of for sure third round too. So, US Open coming up. That's this weekend.
Yeah. So that starts on what's today? Tuesday. So that starts on Thursday. Yep.
Where's it at?
Shinnecock Country Club. It's up in New York somewhere. I'm not sure where. I think it's like upstate New York somewhere.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we actually thought about going, but
Oh,
obviously,
really?
yeah, we didn't end up figuring that out in time. I actually totally forgot about it until
We have a deck to paint anyway.
Yeah, touche. We're screwed.
Yeah, you ain't going to US Open.
God fucking forbid.
Mama says she's going to hope to be there to supervise.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead. So Scotty Scheffler needs this one to complete a career Grand Slam. So the only one he doesn't have is the US Open.
Yeah, so that's like my big story going into this is, I mean, he's still only like maybe 28, 29, maybe 30 years old, but I'm pretty sure he's still in his 20s. And I mean, it's been a down year for him, but this is the only thing that he still needs to complete his career Grand Slam. Thing is, though, is that Father's Day is on Sunday, which is the championship Sunday, and he has like a 1-year-old, I'm pretty sure. But then his birthday is also on Sunday. It's like the script is like the prophecy has already been wrote.
Yeah, it can't write itself any better.
No, right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like if you were making a prediction, I wouldn't bet on it because you're not going to win anything from it.
Yeah,
just
right.
being such a huge favorite going into it. But
how big
I
of
don't
a favorite
understand
is he?
He's probably I mean, think of how big this field is, and he's probably a plus 400. And I mean, that's every single tournament with him. He's plus 500, and then the next closest is Rory McIlroy at plus 1200.
Wow. So he's a heavy favorite.
And it's like that every single tournament that he plays in. Like, I think when he's been on his game and he wins like back to back to back weeks sometimes, I'm pretty sure I've seen him being like even money going into the start of a tournament before. Which
even
is just
money?
Yeah. I've seen him going into a tournament before at like plus 100, plus 200.
Jeez.
Yeah. Which is just nuts to think about.
Yeah, I mean, how many people enter? So how many people you think are in the US Open this year? Maybe 250?
I think it's 160.
Okay.
Let me look that up real quick. 156. I knew it was somewhere right around there.
That's pretty close.
So, nice. I mean, out of 156 competitors, they're saying he has a 5-1 chance.
That's pretty wild.
It is nuts.
So do you think he does it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, if he does, my Pap will be upset.
Oh, he'll be pissed. He fucking hates him. Shout out Scotty Scheffler.
Also, too, I think we need to clarify with Mamon Pap. The thing that Abby was doing before is, what the hell is it called?
The game?
Yeah. What's the name of the game?
It's the Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life.
Yeah.
And there are 2 characters Abby has on there representing Mamon Pap, which is my mom and dad. So, well, yeah, kudos to Scotty Scheffler. Good luck to him. And I don't fucking know anybody else really in the field anyway, so I'm not a big golf watcher. I mean, I know a handful of them.
Yeah, you'll really kind of only like tune in on like the
big
majors. Events.
Yeah,
you'll always usually just place a bet on like a winner or a top 5 or something like that.
Yeah, who's the guy? It seems like I always get the alerts on.
You always go for Bryson DeChambeau and Colin
Morikawa. That's right.
Is that who you're rolling with this week?
Good luck this week to Colin Morikawa.
So I'll
be following you the entire time.
Let me see where he's at. So Bryson is. Oh, him and Bryson are actually right next to each other. So Bryson DeChambeau is plus 4,000. Colin is plus 4,500.
My God, maybe put $5 on it.
I was gonna say, if you're feeling frisky and you want to go win a couple $100, just throw $5 or $10 on.
Yeah, maybe I'll put $5.
Colin Morikawa.
Last thing I have here, just real quick.
Yeah.
So I saw this story that, the World Cup is going on, and wherever Japan was playing, I didn't see where it was, but presumably somewhere in the United States. It says Japan fans they clean up their section after a World Cup soccer game. So you know how you go down to PNC Park, you eat nachos, you fucking throw your nacho thing under the chair, and
yeah, you're
it
just
somehow
dumping peanut shells everywhere.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, they clean up after themselves. Americans really are fucking filthy pigs.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the way that they act, kudos to them, because
Yeah.
that is not a job that I would ever like to have.
That's a class act.
Yeah, that is a fucking class act.
You might honestly get, not to interrupt you, but you might even get sporting events cheaper by cleaning up after yourselves, because the arena isn't going to have to hire so many people to do that shit.
Correct. That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. But guess who helped them clean up?
So do you have any idea who the match was against, so I'd have any sort of a clue?
I have no idea. But who the other match was against does not fucking matter.
Who?
Jameis Winston. Is that not weird?
Look, that dude,
that guy, he's another class act.
He really is.
He's a super nice guy. You sit, you watch him. Like when the Steelers played, do you remember when the Steelers played the Browns a couple years ago and they played in Cleveland, it was snowing, and he come out, he looked like he was so grateful to be there and to play, and he looked like he had never seen snow before.
Yeah.
And kudos to him. That's a really awesome thing. I just saw it and I'm like, just the world, or just the Japanese cleaning up the section after the World Cup game is, kind of cool news in its own.
Mm-hmm.
But then to read that Jameis Winston, of all people, was there to help, I think just makes it even more interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, not to put a stereotype on some of these athletes, but you'd kind of expect them just to, they're in their suite, the game ends, and they just fucking get up and get out.
Yeah, right.
Versus, one of these guys who doesn't gain anything from doing it. It's just a fucking good enough person to sit there and help everyone else clean up. But yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yep. So